So how do you find your purpose in life? Well, you don't, because you have two purposes and you're actually living those right now. One is to survive and another is to reproduce, have kids. That's it. Every other being on this planet does that. And that is also your purpose. But when we think of purpose, we think about something God made or something that the universe has intended for us. And not only that, God didn't tell us about it, and the universe didn't show us what the purpose was. So we can just walk around for years scrambling and trying to find out what it is, which is an insane idea, right? That's a really messed up deal. And luckily, it isn't like that. But when you try to find your purpose, when that is your agenda, there's another thing going on, and that is this idea that I can find something that is so important to me, and it's in every cell of my body. So I'll just be motivated to working on it every single day. It'll be so meaningful. So it's really related to what's the meaning of life? Well, if I knew what my purpose was, why am I here? What am I supposed to do? Then that would be the meaning of my life, wouldn't it? And if you watch one of my other videos with that, the meaning of life, you'll know that there is no meaning, right? That question, what is the meaning of life, is really one of the only questions we can't answer because, meaning just means purpose. What is the purpose of my life? Well, a purpose of a knife is to cut. What is the purpose of me? Well, it's to survive and reproduce. Why am I doing that? So you can, whatever you do, you're in a blind alley. It doesn't lead anywhere because you're asking a question that doesn't have an answer. Because meaning and purpose is practical and it always points back to surviving and reproducing. That's the meaning of everything. But it isn't enough for us poetic creatures with the ability to have abstract thoughts. So we're looking for something else, right? But what you need to look at here, if that question has any relevance, is what is intrinsically meaningful to you? What is intrinsically meaningful? Not on an abstract level. It feels meaningful to look after your kids, or it doesn't. It feels meaningful to take care of whoever you love, or it doesn't, right? But that might feel intrinsically meaningful. You don't know why, it just feels very meaningful and very important. And that's what you need to look for. And you might have a life story. You might come from a place where taking care of the environment really is meaningful to you. But you won't see that as long as you're running around trying to find some predetermined God-given purpose. You won't see it, right? It's right in front of you. So you need to look in your story what you're good at, what you could really contribute with, where you could really make a difference, and then you need to just throw your whole heart into that, your whole mind, body, spirit, whatever. And it doesn't matter what it is. That's where we go wrong. We think it has to have some kind of altruistic something with other people, But if you're mostly excited about making money, then that is okay. The things you're going to do for other people in the process is going to be enough for that to be really meaningful. Once you made a lot of money, you might discover that your life purpose is something completely different. Now you're just getting engaged in, whatever it might be, the environment, right? Or helping other people in some way. Or maybe you just feel really motivated to get even richer, right? To make even more money. I don't know. But as long as you are a functional pack animal, then you can't go wrong. So you need to look at what might be intrinsically meaningful. One of the things that in general for most people are really meaningful is freedom. Freedom for you and freedom for other people around you. And that's why money is so popular, right? Because that enables us to do, a lot of things. Say no to work, say yes to this, no, yes, whatever. That's freedom, right? But freedom comes in all kinds of other shapes and forms. And you need to look for what is intrinsically meaningful. And that might take some time. But the thought that there's some kind of magically predetermined, God-given, universe-delivered meaning that's going to elevate your soul and your spirit and your person to some kind of, I'm doing I'm doing the godly thing, the most meaningful thing on some kind of abstract higher level. It doesn't exist. It might exist in your head and in other people's heads, but it's fragile, right? What's intrinsically meaningful is not fragile because it's there all the time. We just need to look away from this idea that I need to find something that is unfindable, and then really look inside, look at what I'm doing, what I like to be doing, and then look at fear. Because chances are that we're using this abstract idea of my purpose in life to get away from what is actually right in front of us, but that we don't want to do because we're afraid of it. So have those thoughts, and then see if you can leave the idea of finding some kind of predetermined purpose, because it simply isn't there. And people who find it often fall off the horse again, because it doesn't, I thought this was the meaning, I thought this was my purpose, and then, everything just doesn't work out that way, right? That's because it is the internal driver, and you're having a story of your internal driver instead of what's actually there. I hope this makes sense. Subscribe to this subscribe to this channel and go download our free course by clicking the link just below here, and then stay with me for the next video. You can increase your productivity by 5 or 10 times overnight by putting the 3 methods into action that I'm going to give you in my free course. So go download it right now by clicking the link just below here.